Kia ora gumboot whānau. Well, gee, I say well a lot. You'll notice that in the next video, which is a bit of a throwback. The weather has been truly atrocious, so I haven't really had much time outside to work on either of my sheds. I did get one day where I spent it planting some feijoas and some roses, which was awesome. We had 2 glorious days, but that's over and done with. Hopefully we might get a bit of sun in the next few days before I have to go back to school. As you can see in the background, I've got my little darling hanging out by the fire. Without too much ado, today we're going to be looking at how I prepped my little caravan to put in this cute little gas bottle fire that my friend Cam made. It's a bit of a throwback to last year. Apparently I started on the 31st of May last year, and yeah, I thought you might like to see what that was like installing that. I didn't really do, Cam did the installation of the fire and the flue and stuff, cutting through the roof of the caravan, so unfortunately I don't have any pictures of that part, but you'll see it in operation at the end, and hope you enjoy it. Again, like, ding ding, comment and subscribe. That'll be fantastic. Check you later. Kia ora gumboot whānau. Well, it's a horrible day outside. It's like the 31st of May 2025, and it's a fateful day. I'm in the little caravan, the woofing caravan, and I'm going to make the little platform today to install this little cutie pie that a friend of mine made. So it needs a wee bit of loosening off on that, but here's a little tiny little thing. It's this little ashtray, and that goes in here. So cute. And this is going to be to keep this little caravan warm for woofers. For this year, I'm actually getting woofers coming in. Look at it, it's just so cute. Hope you can see in there. So it's quite cool that it's got that. You can see if it's got, whoops, sorry. It's got a little thing, you can see the fire going or not going. Give it some more air. And it's going to go over here. I've taken, I used to have a big cupboard there. I've taken that out, and I've got these tiles which are going to come up. And I'm going to make a wee platform up here, so it'll be up a wee bit higher. And I've got this stuff a friend gave me, which is called Villa board, which is like a fibrous cement board. It's mighty heavy, so hopefully it doesn't pull the whole caravan wall down. But I think here it's got something that I can, some timber hopefully, and along here, so it's going to go in there, and underneath it's going to have a wee place to put wood. So we'll see how we go. It's taken me a while to nut it out. So this stuff you actually cut strips and attach with that, but it's got to have an air gap behind it. They suggest like double doing it. I'm going to use this stuff and then some baby iron, so I'm over speccing what I've seen them doing with it on YouTube. And then we're going to put a hole in the roof, and out here, as you can see, I've got this structure, so then it will go up, and hopefully we will miss that 4x2 up there. We should do. I think we've got lots of clearance there, so that's good. I'm not going to do that today, but I'm going to try and get the little platform done. So smell you later. So this is step 2. As you can see, the other day I had to take the light switches and stuff off here, and just today I've put a line up here, and I've removed a couple of nails that were holding my fairy lights. And you can see I didn't do a great job of putting this line here. Can you see this line? But I had to measure down 125 And I've put this piece of wood, I'm only the only one here today, so I'm going to rest this villa board on there. I've marked it, so I've done a 700 across from there to there, and that's going to go from this edge where the door is right to a little bit past where this is, because that's about as wide as my 2 tiles are. And so I've scored this board. I've never used this stuff before. I looked at it online, and apparently now that I've scored it, I should be able to gently pull it up and it will break really nicely. I'm a bit scared, and apparently you do it up. Alright, we'll see how this goes. It could be a terrible disaster. Maybe not scored enough. Yeah, because that's not going to go. I'll do a bit more scoring. Where this day's gone. I'm just giving you an update. It's about 4:30 and I'm going, not going to be much light left. So I've done some modifications, so I'm going to have to pop this on a bit of a gap at the top, like this, because I wanted to lower where I've got the little pot belly. I don't want it up too high, and so at the moment I've put these in to hold it while I drill some holes. And what I've done is, you're meant to attach this villa board with 2 strips of villa board to give an 18mm gap, but this stuff's only like 5mm, so you'd have to do like 4 strips, and I can't be bothered because I'm going to have double gaps. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these little beauties between each one, so I'm going to have like, I think that's almost like a 2 centimetre and then a 1 centimetre plus a little bit extra because of the corrugation. So I'm going to have like a 45 to 50mm gap, and that should be adequate. So yeah, hopefully we don't burn the caravan down. I never know where to look. Is this you? Is that you? Yeah. It's you there. Okay. Well, welcome to the chaos zone. It's almost 6 o'clock. I did get that stuff cut. Awesome. Now I've got mess everywhere, but I'm just ready to put this and the other tin up on this wall. It's quite cozy in here. It's got cute little curtains. I'm enjoying being in here. I might have to stay in here a night and test out this new fire when it's in. Right. Okay, so I've put a couple of fastenings in. 2 at the top and 2 loosely at the bottom. Well, 1 there and 1 there, because I am going to build a wall here. So it's got a really nice big, can you see that? Ear gap, which is great. And now I'm going to attempt to put this little beauty up. Well, I was having a bit of a dry fit, so this is going to be up the top here. It's going to sit about like so. But I had forgotten that, where am I? Where's my piece of wood? I've got to build a little wall out here. So from there up, where these holes are, I've got to cut that. Yeah. And to do that, I've got to use the grinder, and it's very wet, so I don't know if I'll get this bit done today, and I can't do much else until I do the rest, but I can cut a couple more of those, so I'll do that. Hello. Ain't gonna lie, this weather sucks. It's my last little chance. I'm gonna try and blast through this and hopefully not make a complete hideous mess from it. So, wish me luck. Well, it's in-ish. Bit of a tight fit. Some of the holes didn't line up. Scratched the roof. And something very funky happened here, which I'm very disappointed about. But maybe I'll have to put like some kind of little thing along here to make it look a bit better, but at least it's okay. I need another spacer here, so this isn't going to boing around. And the next step is to start making this wall. Okay, this is where we're up to. Making a little wall. Just about to cut this. So we're getting there. I just need some more baby iron tomorrow. And some stuff for the tiles. Well, after a morning of procrastinating, doing little jobs around the place, I've started doing some more on this. Just got to put a leg there, maybe one in the middle. But you know, little jobs like this, you think, oh, it won't take long. Then you find other funky things. So I'm going to put some black and white tiles down here. But before I do that, I'm going to have to get all that stuff off. And then before I stick the tiles down, I'm going to have to undercoat it. For here, I'm cutting a piece of ply. And then I'm going to put some more of this filler board on top, I think. Because apparently you can stick tiles directly to that. So I got some tile stuff from my favourite shop, Mitre 10, and some funky tools. Ooh. I've got some coloured grout, which is hopefully similar to the colour of the tile. You see it? Backwards, of course. And some tile adhesive. So, a little sponge. So, yeah, we're getting there, but very slowly. So, and I've got some stuff out here. Made a little wall, so this is going to be lined. Oops. Hopefully, with this ply that I'd already polyurethaned, but I do need a bit of that. I'm going to put a diesel heater into my Eco Stay, and I want that for a little box to mount that in. So yeah, welcome to my messy world. You can see I've got clutter everywhere. It's horrible. You've got to make a mess to go forward. Nearing the end of day 2 in Houston, we have a problem. I didn't measure that too well, did I? So, I'm going to have to cut that right in there because I do not want to have to cut tiles. So that means a lot of more cutting boards again and cutting a few bits and pieces. So annoying. See, I'm going to put the baby iron on top of this, so it'll kind of be corrugated there, but then I have this issue at the back, which I have to think of how I'm going to do that. Maybe just shove some grout in there. Anywho, I might put the little thing up there and we'll have a look at it. So here it is. It's quite roomy around it, bigger than I thought, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Yeah, getting there. Well, it's day 3 and you can see we're getting somewhere. We have a lovely checkered floor. I have put some nice, to go down here, come bear with me, some ply. It's not that nice a ply, it's old ply, but well, it's seconds. Then I've got this, which I'd already polyurethane. And look, this looks nice. So we're getting there. So I'm just cutting another piece of ply to cover up this side here. And then I'm ready to start gluing. I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to glue down my tiles. Then I can cut this. Ready to go, but I won't put that in until I've done the grouting. So I've been cutting everything with my saw because I couldn't be bother getting the jigsaw out, but I'm forced to unless I want to do a lot of extra sawing. So here's my little hot tip. Put some little holes in so it's easier for the jigsaw. Just got to go and find my ear and eye protection. So here's where I'm up to. I've got the carpet strippy things, got that done. I've still got to glue that down, and now I'm ready to grout. I have an issue with the back. I should have put a spacer in here because this is going to move. So I might have to get some silicone sealant there because that's going to move. Down here I've got quite a big gap. So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to bung it up with grout. I've got about a 3mm gap there, and I've got a bit more of a gap there, and then barely anything at the front. So we'll do what we can. It's my first time, so next time I'll make sure I get the measurements right in the top. I just could not be bothered pulling it down yet another time. So it is what it is. Well, it's day 4 of putting in my little fire, and I'm up to mixing grout. Oh, it looks scrumptious. This is the first time I've ever mixed grout, so apparently now I've got to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to thicken up, and then we're going to spread it. So smell you later. Well, here's my first ever attempt. It's like cooking. Here's my beautiful little spatula. Assuming I'm just gonna mush it down into this. I'm now in the cleaning up phase. I've filled it. Don't look too closely. And now I'm starting to wipe off with my sponge that I bought specially, $2 from $2 something from Mitre 10. So this is the process. Okay. Kia ora gumboot whānau. Well, it's a fateful night. I'm sleeping in the caravan and got the little fire going. So very happy with it. It's actually very hot. And as you can see, I've put some little gorse handles on there. And they're getting pretty hot. See how we go. Very happy with the little fire. I had to put this villa board up here because the roof above was getting very hot, but now it's not too bad at all because it is a short distance between the fire and the roof. So yeah, pretty happy. I fixed one of my little messes a little bit and put this wee strip in here.